Right now we have the all sets event going on for MLB The Show. Set 1, set 2, 3, 4, 5, any of the sets, any cards, you're able to use them for this event. And I still want to try to get to 30 wins, get one of these packs. So to start trying to get these next 10 wins, I want to start with today's video using set 1 players. So I'm going to set my filter right here, only using set 1 cards. In the comment section, I would love to see maybe some of your favorite set 1 cards for this year. I would say maybe Chipper Jones is in my top 5. There's Babe Ruth, Jim Edmonds, that Future Stars Jordan Walker. There's really so many to choose from. So I can't wait to see some of your favorites down in that comment section. I think for today's video, I'm going to use a mix of my favorite and most used cards, as well as maybe guys I wish I would have gotten a chance to use more. And in left field, I didn't really use him much, but Rookie of the Year, I'm thinking we're going to go with the anonymous Corbin Carroll. So let's just do that right there. Okay, nah, it's unanimous. I know, I just had to throw that in there. But center field, Jim Edmonds over Mike Trout. Could that be a good move? I don't know, man. I used this Mike Trout a lot, but I love Jim Edmonds cards. Now, once I build this team, I am going to play some games. I think I want to try to get 2 wins today with this team. I'm gonna put Jordan. Wait, but there's Kyle Tucker. Oh man, see, there's really way too many options. So let me just move Babe Ruth right here first, and then I'm gonna move Kyle Tucker to DH for now, and we'll see if that sticks. But I'll put this Future Stars Jordan Walker as my right fielder. Ketel Marte seems like a no-brainer to me. I didn't really use him that much, only 12 at bats with the card. I think I got him just a little bit late. And I think I'm going to put him as my second baseman right here. I loved the All-Star one, the one from the Extreme program. So I'm going to see how he feels for me today. I actually forgot about this card. This was one of my favorite cards to use for the first few months of the game. Oh my goodness, man. I completely forgot about that Trey Turner. Oh, I'm sad I missed that card. There's Chipper Jones, Munetaka Murakami. I got to get Murakami at least on my bench. I'll probably put Chipper Jones right here at third base. I might move that around a little bit. At catcher, JT Realmuto. How did I do with this card? 288 average. Not that great, but behind the camera, y'all can't see a 947 OPS. I think I'm going to put him as my catcher. But now we got to make the bench. And it's seeming to me like there's going to be actually too many cards. I'm not going to get to put as many of these on my team as I wanted to. There's the Lightning, Matt Chapman. I think I might put Mike Trout right there for now. We could end up changing things. There's actually not as many 99s as I thought, though. Wait, I thought there would be more. Set 1, 99 overall. So I'm going to put Matt Chapman here. I'm going to put Lindor here. And that actually might be my bench. These are the only 4 99s I have left. David Justice, Brooks Robinson, Ozzie Smith, and then this Jazz Chisholm Jr. He's parallel 1 for me, but online, only 7 ABs. Most of that parallel XP, I guess, came from offline. So maybe I'm going to be able to use more of the cards I wanted to than I thought. And I'm thinking for game number 1, I'll probably go with this starting lineup, and then maybe swap out Jim Edmonds for Trout, maybe Munetaka Murakami for Tucker, and Matt Chapman for Chipper Jones, maybe Ketel for Lindor, something like that for game number 2. But I do want to try getting all these guys on the bench at least 1 or 2 at-bats in today's video as well. Now for the pitching. We got a rotation. No-brainer here for me. Adam Wainwright, parallel 5. Bob Gibson, parallel 4. Did I use Lance Lynn online a decent amount? 13 1/3 innings, 4 ERA. Dustin May, a lot of people were using this dude in season 1. I went up against that card so many times. Roki Sasaki, I don't think I ever used him. No, I never used this card. I might get him a chance right now in this video. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm going to put him in that rotation just because he's another guy. A lot of people loved using that card in season 1 of MLB The Show. Brandon Webb, wait, I didn't even see him for a second. For some reason, I guess maybe because he's got a red hat on. The parallel border. I can't talk today. The parallel 4 border blended in. Y'all can see he ended for us 69 innings pitched online. I think this was probably my most used card for season 1. Adam Wainwright, yeah, he's parallel 5 up to 189 innings. but I've been using this card all year. I only really used Brandon Webb the first couple months of the game and then never used him since. Compared to Bob Gibson, 90 innings for him. Okay, maybe I didn't use Brandon Webb the most, but still, parallel 4, like that's, I don't have too many superfractors. With the sets and seasons, them taking away cards, it didn't really give me a chance to parallel 5 that many cards. And if anyone has any thoughts on this idea, I'm overall hoping we don't see the sets and seasons for MLB The Show 24. I don't want to see them take away my cards, but if they do, if for some reason that's something they bring back, how would y'all feel about parallel 5 superfractored cards being able to be used even if they're not eligible, right? So even if the season has passed, you can't use those cards, maybe you could use the card only if it's superfractored. Someone brought up that idea in the comments, and I was thinking, oh, that could be cool, because then if you're using somebody as a wild card, you use them as your wild card until parallel 5. Once they get there, you're able to use them without them being a wild card. Then you can move somebody else to that wild card spot. So I think that would be kind of cool, just if they kept doing the sets and seasons, but I would just prefer they don't take away my cards. They're releasing a new game every year. Don't make it so I can't use a card that I got that year. Don't make it so I can't use that card that same year. You know, I'm not a big fan of that. But now for the bullpen, I don't think we really have that many options. Eric Gagne. We also have Devin Williams. Ooh, I used the Zenier Cano, man. I used that card a lot. And then there was the Shohei Ohtani, the relief pitcher, the closing pitcher card, obviously, from the WBC right there. We could get some lefties. Jose Alvarado. I obviously love this Gregory Soto. Andrew Chafin, though, was probably my most used lefty reliever for the first little bit of the season. I love using this card, man. He was pretty nasty. And then I would say, just to get another lefty in there, I'll go with this Alex Young. And this is what the all set 1 team is looking like today. We got our bullpen, our rotation, the bench. Again, I think for game number 2, I want to try to get these guys some starts, especially this Munetaka Murakami card. I really want to get at least a couple at bats with him today. And then here's the starting lineup, the position players. I'm the away team, so I get a hit first. We're facing the big unit, Randy Johnson. I went with Brandon Webb for my starting pitcher this first game. I'm thinking maybe we'll go Adam Wainwright for game number 2, but I'm excited to use all these set 1 cards, try to hit some home runs with these cards. Starting lefty Corbin Carroll versus Randy Johnson, and it's still tough for me to hit against Randy Johnson cards. Ever since last year, he's one of the pitchers that I've seen the most, and especially lefty. It's just hard for me to get in a rhythm against him. Now we got Ketel Marte batting from the right-handed batter's box. First game of the day for me too, so I definitely got to get warmed up a little bit. I'm hoping to get my first hit of the game here though. And just like that, it's not a strikeout. Is it going to get down? No, Mickey Mantle will get there easily. I'm hoping he goes to the bullpen for the second inning of this game. Trey Turner, my final hope here in the top of the first inning, facing the big unit. And this is the WBC, the 99 overall Team USA. Trey Turner. This is a card that I'm excited to use once season 6 starts. I want to get him back on my ranked seasons team. 407 the current batting average, and that's going to probably go down a little bit just because it's Elliott shortstop. If it was anybody else, we might have had an infield single, but that's a perfect first inning for 99 Randy Johnson. Now we're facing the set 1 Chipper Jones. I think he's in my starting lineup. I want to say he's my cleanup hitter, so he should be leading off the top of the second for us. And Brandon Webb, the first pitch that he throws, my perfect game is gone. My no-hitter's gone. And now with him in scoring position, we got to try to hold on to this shutout. The Commerce Comet makes out number 1. I hope he tries to run on Jordan Walker. I don't think he will. Yeah, 80 speed. Just going to stay there at second base. And that should be out. I messed up. Oh, wait, we got him at... No, okay, yeah. I messed... Oh! Okay, so we got the lead runner. That was the plan all along, man. I never wanted to go to first. I purposely missed it with Trey Turner. That's an easy, no stress, no sweat out number 2. And now we're 2 strikes away from a scoreless first inning with Brandon Webb. Then we'll probably go to the bullpen. for inning number 2, or if for some reason maybe he allows a run here. I'm surprised Jose Ramirez was able to make contact on that. He was stealing on the pitch. I don't think he's going to be stealing again. And we just got to try to get a swing and a miss now. And there it is, a swing and a miss. Easy, no stress, scoreless inning for Brandon Webb. We got Chipper Jones, Kyle Tucker, and Jordan Walker due up for us here. Top of the second. It looks like we're still going to be facing Randy Johnson. He's got a perfect game going right now. 3-0 to Chipper Jones. I chase ball 4. And that's just out number 1 here in the second. Kyle Tucker, this man has such a good swing. The ball explodes off of his bat. But lefty, no matter who it is always just a little bit tough for me. Especially versus somebody like Randy Johnson. And would you look at that? He throws a couple balls with Randy Johnson, and now we got to face John Donaldson. So I will say, people have brought up the points of the sets and seasons. It's kind of nice because once they take away the cards, you know, maybe you're not going to have to face Randy Johnson or John Donaldson every game. If you were able to use every card available, you would still be seeing tons of people using John Donaldson and Randy Johnson. And those guys are pretty tough to hit. They've got a combined perfect game going for me. This is on all-star difficulty. This is the event. And they're still throwing a perfect game against me right now. But I will make the point, and this is obviously a personal opinion. I guess all opinions are personal. As Jordan Walker comes up, nobody on, 2 down, trying to break up the perfect game, trying to break up the no-hitter. As much as it sucks, you know, maybe seeing John Donaldson or Randy Johnson all the time, it is fun for me to face a challenge. I don't want every pitcher to be easy to hit. I like trying to get better at games. I like trying to improve at games and being the best that I can. Now, is that going too well right now? Apparently not. We got a perfect game being thrown against us. I'm going to go to the bullpen, and with 3 switch hitters due up in the inning, I think I'm going to go to the righty, this Yenier Cano. I've got him parallel 4. It looks like the switch hitters are a little bit worse in terms of contact versus righties than lefties, but it's not that I don't mind seeing John Donaldson or Randy Johnson every single game. And that's definitely a possibility if you were able to use every card, and that might be something that we see once season 6 rolls around. But at the same time, it's not like you're actually only seeing those guys. You will see other pitchers, and hopefully if you see the same pitcher enough, you'll start picking up tendencies and arm slots, releases, and start being able to do better. But for me, it ends up being a little bit of a challenge that makes me want to try to get better. If I see John Donaldson, it's pretty satisfying. If I see him and struggle, it's satisfying then to start doing well against him, start getting hits. But I can see where people are coming from, the point of it's nice, you know, maybe not having to see the same pitcher the whole entire year. And I don't know, man. I don't think there's any perfect way to do the content, and I would much rather not have them take away cards and see the same pitcher than have them take away cards and not see the same pitcher, I guess is the point I'm trying to make. But I like it when stuff is challenging. I don't want everything to be easy, because I like trying to get better at stuff. As we are 1 out away from another scoreless inning here. I really do want to win these games. I'm still trying to get to 30 wins in the event, get one of those rewind packs. After 2, we're tied at 0, and with the all set 1 team, I don't even have a base runner yet. It's going to be Babe Ruth leading us off in the top of the 3rd. And now we've got a full count to Babe Ruth leading off the 3rd. If I draw a walk, the perfect game is now gone. That's my first base runner of the day, J2 Real Muto. This card has hit some homers for me. I would love a go-ahead 2-run home run for my first hit of the day. And that's a broken bat, but he has 91 speed. Oh, he's throwing to second. Oh, he got me, though. Yo, Babe Ruth, can you try to maybe lose some weight, run a bit faster in the future, please, man? I need you to beat that ounce. Jim Edmonds, Michael Yard. I'm just going to send the runner because it looks like it's getting down. Yeah. See, John Donaldson's not that hard to hit. We just hit a 2-run home run, an absolute moonshot. 84 miles an hour off the bat of Jim Edmonds. I'm not sure if that one ever landed. And Corbin Carroll, the top of my lineup's back around. And look at that. all of a sudden, once we got one, the floodgates have opened, 99 speeds in scoring position. And we're trying to really break this game open, give ourselves hopefully an easy W to go for in the bottom half. Ketel Marte's coming up. Roki Sasaki's coming in. The third starting pitcher used, and it's only the third inning of these games. But I guess they're also 3-inning games. And we're really hoping to just get some more guys, some more hits, and add on to this lead a little bit. And Ketel Marte gets a base hit. 99 speed, Corbin Carroll, the future star, the unanimous MVP. I kind of wish I would have just left in, and maybe I'll do this in editing, me saying anonymous at the beginning. I don't know, like, to me, that's kind of funny. I know some people, you know, might, I would imagine people will probably think that I was just using the wrong word, which, you know, is understandable. I decided to send 69 speed home. I'm kind of regretting that because that's out number 2. But sometimes, you know, I feel like, to me, stuff might be funnier than it actually is. We got Chipper Jones, the retro finest. I have him super fractured as my final hope here in the 3rd inning. Missing that fastball. So many pitchers in this game throwing triple digits this year, and I'm still not used to it, but that's just something I want to try to get better at. That's a challenge for me in this game. I don't want it to be easy to hit a 102-mile-an-hour pitch. And here's that chase card, Reggie Jackson. I'm surprised I still haven't done a debut for him. And I'm going to get probably my favorite lefty reliever from set 1. You guys can see 666 person in the world to parallel 4 for this card. I'm going to get him a chance here for the save. Reggie Jackson being pinch hit for. I would assume this is the World Series MVP, Jorge Soler. And something I think I want to talk about during game number 2 of this video a little bit more is how I would like content to be for MLB The Show 24. Just maybe while I'm playing a little bit, try to get some of my thoughts out there. And part of it is I almost would like to see only live series cards for like the first 2 weeks of the game. I think that could be so much fun. You know, maybe you have some other legends and stuff here or there. I know they probably would never do only live series cards, but I just don't think live series cards, active players, the players actually playing in the MLB, the live series cards, I don't think those cards are used enough. You have these diamonds, Mike Trout, Mookie Betts, Ronald Acuna Jr. You have these high live series diamonds that just don't get used. The only thing they're used for is collections. And I get that, you know, Ultimate Teams, Diamond Dynasty, they're card collecting modes, but it still kind of sucks when you have these cards available and they're not used really for anything besides collections. They're not used while actually playing the game. Now, obviously, people do use the beginning of the year cards, and especially in previous years, not MLB 23 where you had more 99s available at launch. You know, other years you would see guys like Mike Trout used way more often, especially the beginning of the year. But I still don't think you see enough people and enough live series cards being used. We took the W here, game number 1. I'm probably going to switch the lineup around as we try to get 2 wins in 2 games with the all set 1 team. It would not be an all set 1 team if I did not use the set 1 WBC Team USA 99 Wayno. We've got him on the mound. I'm the away team hitting first. We're going to be facing in this first inning this Johnny Cueto card. And Francisco Lindor, I decided to put him at shortstop, replaced Ketel Marte, sent Marte to the bench, and he's the first batter of the game, a perfect homer for his 19th of the year. And now we got the WBC Mike Trout. He replaced Jim Edmonds in center field, and he's looking to just keep this going. I would love a lot of homers, a lot of runs here in this first inning. Oh, hit it hard, but on top of that one for sure. And even with 99 speed, Mike Trout makes out number 1. Munetaka Murakami. Let's see what he can do. I really want to hit a home run with this WBC card. And it's not a homer. We got a hanging breaking ball. I think it should be a double. 77 speed. And Murakami's in there with a 1-out double. We'll try to drive him in with my new cleanup hitter for this game, the Lightning, Matt Chapman currently has a 420 batting average, and he starts now in a hitter's count. Oh, we missed that one. That's a good cutter. A little early on it for round number 2. And Kyle Tucker on a four-seam fastball had good timing. It's off the wall, not a home run. And he trades places with them. It's a 2-out RBI double to make it 2-0. Thank you, Kyle Tucker. We'll see if Trey Turner could keep the inning going. Oh, we missed that one. Got a cutter, PCI right around the ball, but a little bit late on that one. We took a lead. I'm hoping we can hold on to it. Again, we have this 99 Waino, probably my most used pitcher this year. I've been using him as my wild card for pretty much the entire year, trying to just have a nice first inning for us. It's a full count to this Andrew McCutchen card. We got a perfect release on the curve, and we dotted him up. That's exactly why I love this Waino, because he's able to do stuff like that with that curveball, man. That's such a nasty pitch. Tatis is grounding to Lindor, and that's going to be out number 2. 1 out away from a perfect bottom of the first inning. We got to face the finest Trey Turner. And it's a perfect first inning for Waino. That makes me want to leave him in there for inning number 2, just until he gives up his perfect game, or maybe he would even throw one here in this 3-inning event game, as Babe Ruth, 125 contact and power. That's going to start us off with a double here in the second. And then JT Realmuto gets a base hit. 91 speed at catcher is just beautiful. I might be using him as my catcher a little bit. I know there's some switch hitting options, that Yasmani Grandal, Adley Rutschman, but JT Realmuto with his speed has always been one of my favorite guys to have a catcher. Even though he's not a switch hitter, he's always pretty nice to use. And Jordan Walker, a 100 mile-an-hour line out here, my number 9 hitter. For round number 1 in the second. Lindor had a perfect homer off of Johnny Cueto in the first inning. And there is a 2 RBI double for Lindor here in the second. No, I'm going to stop 91 speed at third. It looks like he could have been safe, but with only 1 out, I like Mike Trout's chances to drive in that runner from third. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's such a good feeling swing. I'm wondering if he's thinking about taking out Johnny Cueto anytime soon. And Mike Trout gets thrown out trying to stretch the double. Munetaka Murakami 1 for 1 today. Our final hope here in the top of the second. I really want to see a no doubt home run with this card. And that would have been the pitch. I'm early. I didn't have good timing. Oh, that is not a no doubt homer. But there's no doubt in my mind that it is a homer. 6-0, my 8th homer of the year with him. I wish I would have used that card a little bit more. Him, some of the other WBC cards, and there's just honestly been a lot of cards this year where I got them a little bit too late and didn't get to use them as much as I would have liked before the game made it so I couldn't use them, at least in the modes that I was playing. Waino still going for the perfect game. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the second. And I will say, even though you could still use these cards, right, in maybe Conquest, Play versus CPU, those were modes that I was playing a lot this year. I spent a lot of time, I don't want to say willingly, it's not like I was being forced against my will, but I would have preferred to be playing ranked seasons instead of Conquest or Play versus CPU. And even though I was playing those modes where you still are able to use the set 1, set 2 cards if you wanted, the only reason I was playing those modes anyways is because those were the modes you had to play to get programs done. And it's not like I was using the set 1 cards because I had to use the newer cards for missions. So even though I could be using the other cards, I felt like I couldn't, and I felt like I had to use the more recent cards because that's how I was progressing through the programs. That's how I was getting the missions done. So even though you can really use whatever cards you want, you were still forced into using some other cards. We're able to get a quit here for game number 2, and that's perfect. I really wanted to get 2 wins with this team. We're up to 22 now in the event, and I think that's gonna be it for me using this all set 1 team. This is definitely a video I could do again. December 21st is when you're able to use these cards in any mode. Ranked seasons specifically, I would love to get a set 1 team build for ranked seasons going maybe December 21st or 22nd. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you did. Feel free to subscribe for daily uploads. Can't wait to read your favorite set 1 cards down in that comment section. You might enjoy one of these videos on screen. Otherwise, I'll see you in tomorrow's daily upload. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace out.